New developments into the child welfare story that Fox 17 News first exposed years ago. That is when we discovered that foster children in the state of Tennessee were found sleeping on the floor of some of the office buildings around town. That's because there was nowhere else for them to go.
Yeah, we understand that state leaders promised that would end, and DCS said it, for the most part, had. But this morning, we've learned that children are still sleeping in offices. Fox 17 News reporter Chris Knowles joins us live right now with the newest information and what the state says is behind all this.
Good morning. DCS now confirms that 10 children slept in DCS offices just last week, many with behavioral or complex needs who can't be housed with others. Lawmakers pressed the agency recently on whether children are still being kept in offices. DCS says the issue is not a lack of beds or foster homes, but a shortage of families willing or able to take in children with complex behavioral or safety concerns. We're told many of these children cannot be housed with others, and some residential treatment facilities have refused to accept them.
Obviously, they're not in a home. They're not in a home-like setting, and that is extraordinarily unfortunate. But we made the decision 3 years ago that we were not going to put kids in hotels. We don't have the option to put them in an Airbnb. We don't have any other houses, and so they're in an office.
The lawmaker who questioned DCS, Representative David Hawk, has been vocal about transparency on this issue. We reached out to him for comment on the latest development, but so far we have not heard back. The state says new specialized facilities and additional treatment beds are in the works, but there's no clear timeline yet on when this practice will end. DCS says they're still actively searching for a more appropriate setting for these children to be housed in.
All right, Chris, we know that these kids were sleeping on the floor at one point years ago, but that no longer is the case, even though they're still sleeping there in the offices. So where are they sleeping exactly?
Yeah, good question, Justin. These children are actually being housed in the offices, but they have bedding in the offices. That's one thing DCS told me. They do have proper bedding inside of those offices, and they are also not there 24/7. They're taken out to go to school or either outside, so it's not something where they're stuck in an office space all evening long. Reporting live, I'm Chris Knowles, Fox 17 News, your Colorado station.
Chris, thank you. And we mentioned we've been reporting on this story for years now, so we have a lot more information right now on our website, including a response from a child welfare law specialist. That's right now over at fox17.com. To find it, just search DCS.